very nice. It was very okay.
Can you remember the name of the novel?
Yes, very true.
Okay, so will you tell us a brief story? What is your name? Okay, please tell us a brief story about the novel you read.
The novel title was The Imperishable Child, and it was all about a boy named Ojoko. Ojoko was a child dumped by his mom while he was still young. Ojoko was a child dumped by his mom while he was still young, and although there was an obstacle, there was a subject that tried to hinder him from achieving his destiny, but through the help of Maxi Ikenga, he overcome, and his friend Zubi helped him. He talked to him about achieving his destiny, and then he fought through. He went to school, although he didn't have the required education, but through his wisdom and his love for books, he fought through and succeeded, and he was the owner of Sentinel University. He earned hard currencies, and he was really a success. He was really the role model he tried to be.
Okay.
So
thank you so much. Okay, so my dear brother, do you find interesting about the exams?
I find the exam so interesting because it has made me in particular know how to read in between lines in order for me to be able to understand what I'm reading. I need to read in between lines and be motivated by what I am reading.
Okay, that's great. So what about the novel? Why do you like it?
I like the novel because the novel itself is an inspirational novel. It has exposed me to other people's background, what other people are facing to, what it takes to be successful in life. It also made me to understand that no matter the condition, no matter the situation you are in, that you are destined for greatness.
That's good. So were you able to write the one or two lines at the end of the exams?
Yes, I did.
That is good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Please come. Did you take the exams? Please come. That's all. Okay, so my good friend, what's your name? Olive. So Olive, how was it today? How was the exam? Okay. Did you like the exam?
Yes, I like it.
What did you like about the exam?
Reading taught me that when you are reading, you should not just read for reading's sake. You should read to understand each line of what is in the book.
Were you able to comprehend some of the paragraphs?
Yes, I was.
At the end of the exam, there were the 50th question. It talks about writing on the two lines. Were you able to say something about those lines? Okay, so what will you score yourself?
Over what? Over 100?
Like over 10.
Over 10, I think I'll have 9.5.
Great. Okay, so what is your name?
My name is Daniel Wofai Ernest.
Okay, Daniel.
Wofai Ernest.
How did you see the novel?
For me, the novel is for people that are high class and know very well. The novel is a kind of novel that teaches students about life. That even though you are from a poor background, there can be something in life that is important.
That's great. Can you remember the name of the novel?
You know the novel is The Imperishable Child.
That's great. Do you remember the author?
The author is Ojil Aku Hendrix Chimobi Okeze.
So now that you're about to take the exam, do you think you're capable of producing a good result?
Yes.
That's good. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good morning. What is your name? Faith. Are you able to read the novel?
Yes, sir.
What did you say about the novel?
Now, I think that's no matter how time you want to do something, you have to do it. Because if God is by your side, you also win or you reach the end. Because Joe strive to do to become something in the future. And by God's grace, he did it and killed the vice chancellor of the university.
Good. So, did you think you would make a good result?
Sure.
Do you want to make 100 over 100?
Possible.
Which book did you read?
Waiting trial.
In a short while, what did you understand from that awaiting trial? I'm filming you. Talk so that
we should not accuse someone he or she must.
how did you feel writing the exam? The exam. Huh?
It was okay.
Do you think that this exam can touch the reading culture in students?
Yes.
You are very sure. Thank you. Please, what's your name?
I am Esther.
Which class are you?
SS3.
Did you write the exam?
Yes.
What was the novel you read? What do you have to say about the imperishable child?
It's quite interesting because how the boy
Yes, the camera.
more like more belong to him, so they great
What do you have to say about reading culture in students? Does students read books now? Do you think that this kind of project can inspire students to start reading?
Yes, I think it can because it helps us to know that at least we are ready now.
This very literary contest that you partake, you write the exam.
Yes.
How do you think it can help students?
Where I think is that no matter the circumstances you find yourself, whether you are born in a rich family or a poor family, no matter how you go, do not let your feelings let you down. Because there is no child who is perishable, but they are all imperishable. So we can see that
This exam you wrote, does it add anything to student knowledge? Would you like this kind of competition to go on? Thank you. Where is the ball? Where is the ball?
We don't have a bus.
What is your name?
Obo Justin Efe.
Good. Which class are you?
It says 2C.
Which novel did you read?
The Imperishable Child.
Did you write the exam?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that this project can help students to start reading again?
Yes, sir.
Do you love the literary contest?
Yes, sir.
If we are to say, would you like it to continue?
Yes, sir.
Is there any way this literary contest can affect a student positively? Was it interesting to you?
Yeah, it was interesting.
In this very contest, do you think it can help students to start reading again?
Yes, I think so.
Do you wish that such competition should go on?
Yeah, in my way, I wish so, but I don't know for other students.
Thank you. What's your name?
Morris Bell.
promise who? Which class are you? Did you write this essay competition?
Yes, I did.
Which novel did you read?
The Inspirational Child.
Does it make any sense to you?
Yes, of course.
This literary contest, do you see it helping students to revive their memories
Yes,
and to imbibe reading culture?
yes,
In a short note, what would you have to say about this literary contest?
The Imperishable Child is all about a little boy who was abandoned by his mother and later picked up by an old man who took care of him, and despite all his petty feelings about the mystical powers following him, he stood his ground and made it in life.
So you think that every student,
Okay, so what is your name?
My name is Deborah Emmanuel.
Deborah Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
Okay, so Deborah, what did you find about the novel? What did you find interesting about the novel?
From what I learned, I found interesting about the novel about the character Ojoku. Ojoku was like, he did not have the opportunity to go to school. So at the end, when his friend convinced him, he stand his ground and went to school. He traveled outside the country and went and achieved what he wanted. Then he came back to Nigeria, he came and built a university.
Thank you so much.
Zubi was a talkative friend, so Martin was a talkative friend to Ojuku, so Ojuku doesn't have a good quality education, so he was known as. So one day, our friends only motivated him, so to do things, and from there, a friend, one of our brother, came back from US and he wanted to follow to the US, so close to the US. So Zubi was telling the friend, Fabu, that a boy, that his cousin will follow him to America. So Yuko was very happy to hear that. He was excited to go with him. But unknowingly, Fabu said that the boy doesn't have a quality education, so he can't follow him.
Okay, thank you so much. You really have a vast comprehension about the novel. That is great. What about you? What is your name? Okay, Eka Nemi. Can you remember the name of the novel?
Yeah.
What is the name of the novel?
The Imperishable Child.
My name is Happiness.
your name is?
Happiness in
Which class are you?
Ministers, please.
Did you participate in this contest? Which book did you read?
The Imperishable Child.
Do you have anything you feel you picked from that imperishable child?
Yes, sir.
So can you briefly tell us?
I learned how a young man, Ojoku, how he went through the ashes of tragedy and still came out of it as a rich and intelligent man through the intellectual wisdom and intelligence of his surrogate father and his supportive friends. He still went through that.
Do you think that the life of that young man can also affect students?
Yes.
Are you in the school that believe that this kind of contest should be on? Are you encouraging it to students?
I'm in SS3C.
Did you participate in this essay contest?
Yes, sir.
Which book did you read? What do you have to say in a short note about the imperishable child?
The imperishable child, all of it is known as the Ojoku. Ojoku was done by our mom, was done in the seaside. It was done by the seaside. So a man picked him up, known as Mazi Ikenga. So Mazi Ikenga also gave him some advice and he follows. And he has a friend known as Zubi. They were close, and Zubi was a very talkative friend to him. But Zubi also motivated him, and also he traveled outside the country and school and studied and teach in New York. university and as a lecturer. So he came back to Nigeria and built a state university, his own private university.
I want to ask you, do you think that he was able to come up this as a student who reads very well?
Yes, sir, he came up as a student who reads very well.
In your own opinion, do you think that reading will help students?
Sir, reading will never help students.
Reading will never help students.
Yes, sir, reading will never help students.
Huh?
Yes, sir. Oh, reading. Sir, reading will help students, sir. I thought you told me.
What is your name? Which class are you?
SS3.
Did you participate in this essay contest?
Yes, sir.
Which book did you read?
The Impressionable Child.
From the book you read, do you think that hard working, reading and obedience can aid students a living in life?
Yes, sir.
How was the exam?
It was easy to those who read.
It was easy to those who read. So in your opinion, you believe that if a student reads, he or she will be able to make a good mark?
In Nigeria, we've been talking about the reading culture, and I'm not really seeing a serious push to that. This is a stepping stone, and I'm ready to also work on it with the organization to make sure that it becomes a success. Yes, I know. That's why I even asked that we drop some other copies for those who are not here, because I know the children really want to.
My name is Mrs. Francisca Edits, the head of Department English Language of ULCSSN.
Okay, Mrs. Francisca Edits. How do you feel about the novel that are being given to the students?
Well, I feel very grateful to the people because when the novels were given to the students, I discovered that everybody was serious, bent on reading. Even when I went home, my son could not sleep. Unlike him, he does not get up to read in the night, but I woke up between 1 a.m. and 3 to 4, he was reading, and I was very impressed. And I said that, wow, these children, because of the price agreed to it, everybody was serious reading the novel so that they can get something at the end of the exams.
Oh, that's really great. And that's great. And do you really think this will impact some good things to the students?
Yes. Yes, it will really impact the culture of reading because everybody was reading as I got to the class. I go to the class to teach. All of them were reading, and unlike them, they don't read. But this really awoken the spirit of reading in them.
That's great. We are happy to hear that. Okay, thank you.
Well, for me, I think apart from providing material incentives, the government may not even be the people to help or to develop this reading culture in children. I think it's the home. The home has a very big role to play in it. A child that comes back to the house, take his food, eat, and rest. After rest, what is supposed to be the next thing? Is to pick your books and read. Is to pick your books and read. But if you don't do it, even if government should come in and give every child 1 million and say, please be reading, as they go home, they will not read. If the home factor is not there, children will be encouraged from home. At least I know that government has a little to do, but the problem is not with the government, it's with the home. A child that comes back from school, assuming they come to school here and the government provide everything, classrooms, everything they needed to do. By the time they dismissed from school there and then fall back and lie down. After eating, they go to play football. After eating, they go to play all these games. They go to watch Arsenal and Chelsea. The effort of the government will be effectual. It will be interactive.
Yes, it's interactive, yes. That is
in the sense that we ask questions.
Yes, that is why I want to answer her.
The first question I want to ask is, Prof, is you give out results?
Yes, we give out the results. Right
after the market?
After the market, we will list the names and give out the results.
Because that is another, another motivational...
We've done that in Plateau State. We give out results. Now when we give out, how we did that of Plateau State was that students who scored 90 and above, we give them awards. We give them prizes. And then before they will now go to zonal level. You understand it? Now, I also give them certificates. They were so much interested in the certificate because of even the beauty of the certificate. I want to, have I answered your question, sir?
Yes, I said, you said we will give out the results.
Yes, we give out results. We will bring the results to you.
To us?
Yes.
I am Mr. Darlington Danjuma Jacob.
I'm Comfort Matthew, a staff of Umah Publisher Nigeria Limited.
Umah Literary Contest is a unique one in the sense that we are reviving the reading culture that is dead in Nigeria. That is what makes it unique. It gives you an ability to recall back yesteryears of education, where libraries were functionable, students are interested in reading. So the brain behind the contest, a professor, she has gone on research to discover that reading is dead in the secondary schools and university levels of education in Nigeria. So how do we bring it back? It's not just other competitions, you go and sit down, you write, you win 1 billion. No, we are trying to put something that is everlasting, which is reading culture. That is what makes it unique from other competitions.
The competition is acceptable in each state, in any state we go to, because it's free.
It is generally acceptable to the state we have covered. For example, CrossRiver State. It is something the ministry has seen to be a good venture, that they gave us 2,559 secondary schools to cover. This speaks volume. And all the schools so far covered, they are giving a good testimony of it. So to me, it is generally acceptable.
It will help the students a lot.
There are great challenges. Logistics is a challenge there.
The challenges we had was that the driver was having difficulties in locating the state because he has never been there before.
Finance is a challenge.
And some of the staffs there were sick actually, so it really affected the competition.
Most of it all, CrossRiver State in those days were a state that people record with in terms of education. But our visit shows that everything is very, very low, which we find it difficult in convincing the students to partake in this very contest. But generally, there's a very big challenge, financial challenge, and also logistic challenge.
I think each staff should be examined before they travel to any state they're going to.
A lot of things, most especially in the financial aspect of it, because without money you can't do anything.
And the company needs support from the state government, financial support from the state government, in order to assist and make the work easier.
If they can invest in projecting other things, I think education, generally in Nigeria, education, health is the most important thing. So we need people to come out, invest in this very venture, because it's going to help the future, not even the present, but the future. So those are the areas I see season 3 can be improved.
My name is Sijoma Georgiana Omahi Ayuba. My experience in season 2 contest was quite interesting. Right from the very day we took off from Plateau State, going to CrossRiver State, because the driver had never been to CrossRiver State. When we got to Makurdi, he deviated to Oturupo instead of to Katsina Ala. When we got to Oturupo, we now discovered that that is not the right way. He had to turn back again to Alede. And from Alede, we now got to Vendekaya. We got to Ogoja. Now, we spent more hours trying to get to CrossRiver States. You know, instead of using the usual 14 hours from Jos to CrossRiver States, we ended up using 24 hours. Well, when we got to CrossRiver States, the residents of CrossRiver States were quite welcoming, and they helped us in terms of showing us where to lodge, and we lodged that very night. The next day we had to go and pay the Ministry of Education a visit, and in the Ministry of Education they were quite welcoming. The director of schools had to attach us with the desk officer as our tour guide to take us around the various schools within CrossRiver State. The commissioner was quite welcoming, though he was very busy that very day, and so we could not see him, but he gave us the permission to go ahead with the contest since he has approved, since he has given us approval, and that they should attach us with a tour guide that later we are going to see. And so we started the contest, and the tour guide took us to public schools within CrossRiver State. The principals of these public schools were welcoming, because each school we go to, they will call out the students. We will talk to the students about the contest, the essence of cultivating a reading culture, and they would ensure that all the students keyed into the contest. My challenges were mostly tied to logistics, because we were not having many vehicles, and then the manpower too was quite challenging too. We could not cover so many schools at the same time, and so we had also some issues with our vehicle. But then God took control of the situation. What can be done to advance this project is for stakeholders to actually contribute towards the project. Philanthropists, corporate organizations like banks should support the project to enable us to cover a larger number of schools. We need a very short period of time. Well, from all ramifications, season 2 is quite different. In season 2, it was totally free. We distribute the books free, give the students some time to read, and then come back to sit for the contest. So everything about season 2 is free. unlike season 1, where the contest is free, but they have to go and get the materials, pay a token for the materials. But in season 2, they do not pay any dime for any material or anything. Books were given to them free, the contest was free. And so in season 2, we had a large number of students participating, unlike season 1, where acquiring the novel was quite a challenge. But in this case, that challenge was removed completely. So all students were willing to key into the contests. And so the contest in season 2 was quite successful and efficient. For season 3, I'm going to visit Akwa Ibom State. Akwa Ibom State, Adamawa State, and Kogi State. Still self-funded projects.
To support this project, call the following numbers: 070-377-63941 or 080-235-84485. The email address is umahpublishers@gmail.com, and the website is www.umahpublishers.com. The Zenith Bank account number is Zenith Bank 1013473537. Sterling Bank account number 0054161497.